Hi friends, this is Gail, Fava of 4, sweating like crazy because it's hot and my air conditioning doesn't want to work. I have to get one now for sure. The fan's been blowing and blowing and blowing, but nothing happens. It just blows. I shut everything off too, and it's still going. Oh God, do I have a haul? A friend of mine's mother-in-law had to go into a nursing home, and she was a sewer and a quilter and everything, so there was a bunch of stuff there. And I figured what I don't use, somebody will. By the way, did you see? I got my new crown a couple weeks ago. It was really looking bad when you can, I mean, nothing was wrong with it, really, except I grind it. And when I look at my videos, when I do, which I should, before I put them up, one just made me dizzy. The camera just kept going around. Anyway, I got that, so I'm happy with that. And I had the test, and I had they took a kidney stone out. And I guess we have two, either from cholesterol or from too much bilirubin, which is why my labs were way out of whack. And they're called pigment stones because they're dark, I guess. But they had to cut it because I guess they couldn't see it, and he said it was pretty large. So now they don't take your gallbladder out that way. So now I have to go within 6 weeks to have my gallbladder out. And I think there's a reason for that. Somebody told me they had the same thing, but they'd already gotten pancreatitis because they didn't catch it. And I don't want that. I don't want that. Unless one of you guys are going to come here and help me. Okay, I'm going to show you a few things I made in this video, maybe, and make it short. And a few things, you know, I've been showing you things other people have made me that some of the newer people haven't seen, or things I've made. But I remembered that Roz Montroy made me this box with a snippet roll for the wedding challenge. I still don't know what I'm doing with this thing. It's so pretty, and I've hung it up for a while, but you know, you either have to hang up one side or the other. This was a long time. I have to look to see if she's still on YouTube. That's why I really don't care if I get millions of subs. I mean, I'd like to remember who they are and be able to talk to them and remember things. And I mean, not that I would turn any away. And then this is the other side. Love those flowers. I have to find out where to get those because I like them. I had a couple, I think somebody had gifted me. Isn't that pretty? And then she had it, look at the sequins on the bottom. See, she doesn't get all carried away, and it's simple, like me. That's nothing. I tried to make a tag. Well, I went to make a tag the other day because I wanted and I made a stick pin too, because I wanted to get in, I think it was pearls, buttons, and something challenge. Well, by the time I looked, it was only 2 days away, so I didn't do that. But I have to show you. I don't know why. But you know, I did watch a video the other day. A lady did a really pretty one with the napkin. And I know you just have to scribble something on it or whatever, but it takes me the longest because I can't make up my mind. That snippet roll I made June, I kind of knew the theme I wanted because of the things she mentioned she liked. The sea and what animals and flowers and stuff. I mean, literally, it took me a few hours. There's some of those flowers on there. If anybody knows where you get these, I love them. It says special, and then she's got this really pretty dangle. So I forgot about it because it was upstairs in the other craft room, and it was in this cabinet I had bought that has glass in it. And I wanted to show you this. Atelli's rubber band or something on here. Atelli's had made me this. Isn't that pretty? For, I think it was a birthday, or that Mother's Day thing I had. And she's more of a paper person, so I go to her with all my paper problems. Look at the feet. And yeah, it's a stand-up, like a stand-up card. And it's a Secret Garden paper. And they each open. I mean, that's like, okay, some shells in there. It's like amazing to me. Paper's harder for me. And all the pretty flowers and picture. Pretty. And then you can lay it down. Oh, and there's low key. But it looks nicer standing up like a little dresser. I was eating and I stuck it over here. For 2 days I really ate nothing but a piece of toast. Because there's nothing in there like to cook quickly. And so by today I started to get, I didn't have anything, so I started to get like, so I thought, well, what can I make? I'll make a grilled cheese. But unless it's like a gourmet grilled cheese or something, you know, it's just not really my thing. I like those ones, all the different cheeses and, you know. But I did, and I didn't have anything really put on it, but I had that big bag of the real bacon bits. I put some of those on, some cheese. I put some slivered almonds on it. I had 2 cherry tomatoes I cut up. I had an avocado. I cut up half of it. I think that's it. And that's what I made. I cut up a little bit of apple. See? When you were looking at my tooth, you probably saw food. It'll do the trick till I took out some ground meat. I thought maybe I'd make some tacos or something, but it just seems like if I buy, I don't really eat lunch meat and stuff much, and I don't like it in the freezer. And when I buy it, then I don't have a taste for a sandwich. When Diana was here, she's a sandwich person. She ate sandwiches. And if I have a sandwich, I want it like pressed and toasted and everything on it. And I mean, I want it to really be good. It's funny, my mother is the same way. Not just throw a sandwich together. That's not, you know, and processed stuff isn't that good either. Oh, I meant to bring my air plants that I had put in. Oh, it seems like I'm always moving around. I put in different jars and stuff because, you know, they just grow by the air. But this one, I used my wire, and they do need spray, so I'll spray it. And they'll just grow. Matter of fact, oh, must be one out there, had a bud, a big flower on it. But you always have to make sure when they... I'm waiting to see what... These are the kind that seem to grow the best for me. I'll show you the other ones in a bit. But they need like filtered light. They don't like direct sun. And because basically here I have succulents, air plants. And did you know that stuff that grows from the trees, what, I forget what it's, that moss, that's considered an air plant? You just have to make sure you get all the, any bugs that are in it out. Okay. I was going to do this last night and I was all prepared, and then do you ever just keep putting something off? And I was ready to do this morning. So I probably look all greasy and hot by now. But I don't know, I just kept putting it off. Okay. I think I did show you this, but I couldn't figure out who made it. And now I think I remember, and I don't know if it was for the wedding challenge or if she just gifted it to me, but I think it was Maggie White, because of all the little tiny pink flowers, and that's kind of her signature thing. She's got them all over. And this looks like something she would make, and I think I showed you guys the other day. But I just love it. And Maggie, if you're watching, tell me if you remember. If you're the one that made it, but I'm almost positive. That's before you start putting your name on it. I couldn't find a name anywhere. I love these. I wanted to find out where to get these. Unless she had this and then made the stick pin, probably. Okay. What else? Oh. You know, Nola Harris had made me some, a few bags, and Roxy had made me some bags. I just love these bags, that since I'm not such a good, you know, presentation person. It was white, and I put this on it, and I put this on it, and I think she had a white thing in here, and I put black. There's a gift for somebody in here. Turned out nice, huh? Now, that I like to do. Then I made also for that, I think it was pearls, buttons, and whatever. I can't think of her name. I think it was her that was having that challenge. And you're supposed to do 2 tags. Well, I told you, that gives me the hardest problem. But so this is what I came out with. See, I still don't get in with the paper very well. So it's kind of dressy. But that was going to be my tag. I guess I need to think more. Oh, I was telling you, this girl I watched the other day on a video, she made the nicest tags with really pretty napkins, and it was really simple. And you know what? I have a question. And I have made things with napkins, God, when we first moved here and we went out to I forget what part of Florida. But when you went in the water in the ocean and you kept going out, with your feet you would go like this and dig up sand dollars, and you'd get buckets of them, and then you clean them with bleach. And I made ornaments and different things, and they had some things like, because we stayed there for a week, and oh, I can't think of the part of Florida, somebody will remember, but we made decorated the shell with the napkin. What I don't understand is, why do we have to take apart? That's the hardest part. If it's 2-ply or 3-ply, why do we have to take all the plies apart? Why can't we just leave them together? there an answer for that? I don't know. Or maybe you see the picture better? So that's the question of the day. Then, oh, I decorated a hanger, sort of. I really didn't know what I was doing. I have to figure out something for the tip. But I made this hanger, and then I hung this on there because this is going to be a gift. So, I mean, it's not exactly detailed, but I'm trying to find a pearl or I mean, something gold. I had something gold on here, but, and I really don't have to because this is gold. So, this is what it was like. And then I hung this sweater on it because it's part of the gift. I'll put that here. And then I made this. So I was thinking in black and white, which isn't necessarily shabby chic, but I made this stick pin. I remember having a placemat I got at the dollar store, and it was gold and black, because this is like plastic. And as I was walking out of the craft room, I saw this piece thrown in the scrap thing for when we have our scrap whatever. And then I bent this a little, this bead cap. I put this really pretty bluish, I think it's a button or something, an initial, and then the little diamante. Only thing I don't really like is this was gold, but it doesn't really look like gold. And I've tried to do a bunch of things to make it, even sprayed gold stuff on it, which made it look worse. And this came from part of an earring, and I thought, well, I'll just do that. You know me, can't make a small stick pin. And I made this. I don't think I showed anybody. This is a gift. Gonna be a gift. This little shoe, I made it into a pin cushion. Maybe I showed you, I don't know. And I did make this, oh, looks like a bent. This stick pin for it. Maybe I showed you this too, I don't know. And this stick pin for it. See, they're small. And on this side, there's that little face. On that side. And these are just, I put these in there for like decoration, but then I thought, well, I'll make a couple stick pins. I use, I was going to say the crispy things, the styrofoam, because I think things stick in there much easier. So that was a little shoe I had collected, had on my dresser. Looks like a little Dutch shoe, doesn't it? And here's another thing. I was going past that thing where I keep my scraps, and there was this piece there, and it still had this on it from something I was going to make, and then I didn't like it, and I tore it apart. And it worked perfect. I grabbed it, and it worked perfectly. So that's that. You know, my favorite pin cushions still, I mean, I like them all, but is this one I made in like, glue all over it, 2 minutes. I used this glass container. I had painted it with alcohol ink, and that's really easy. Alcohol ink can go on anything. And I stuck the styrofoam thing in here and covered it with, there's a doily inside, and then this greenish stuff has like a flower on it. I showed you this before, I know. But every time I go past it, I think how much I like it. And all these things are just all the things that Roxy Carr 11, those, you know, those little pieces she makes of things that she had on a bag that she had sent me. And I took them off the bag, and I was laying in bed, kind of just, I don't know. And I got up, and I thought, you know what, that would make her really cute. So those are those little things that she makes, those little, and I made some too. Not of this though. That everybody always, I heard Nola wondering what they were. But they're just little, she puts a bunch of scraps together and makes pretty things out of it. But I just really like this. I should make more as gifts. But I like the bags too, and now I want to take the stuff off the bags. So I keep this one down here. Okie doke, I'll put this away. I've been wanting to do a hanger for a while. Okay, I'll show you the flowers. I made some flowers, and last night I'm trying to get to where I get used to coming down here. So I had the DVD or the box put down here. So I'm not always doing it in bed because it's just too quiet down here. First I'll show you this so I can move it. My favorite thing of all time that I made, there were a few of them, and I gave away, I think, most of them, but Ooh La La, you know, so these kits, and a few things are from the kit, and then, I mean, I didn't do it like they showed it really. I did it the way I wanted to do it, and I don't know, I always look at it. It's just one of my favorite things, and I used the material from that one dress I got a long time ago that was really old. Take it off of this hanger. Okay, now I can't think of the name. This is that material. Tassimasi. And this is a really old stick pin. And this is that material that I thought would just go great with it. It was that old dress. And then I put my flowers in here, and there was an old fan I got off of a baby, like a doll. And I used this for the strap. And these were mine. I have them upstairs, so I hung some of these down. Now, I think she gave us this. And she gave us this trim. You could use either side. I used this side. But they gave you this stuff, and then you just did what you wanted. Look at that. I think mine was a little different. This was mine. And then on the corners, and then this, I put a pin. And I had one for each side. And then I wrapped it all around and then put this at the bottom. And then these. And then she gave us, it was like a bed spring that you set it in. But I liked it hanging up better, and I couldn't get it to sit the way I wanted it to. But this this fabric you can see how, I'll show you the dress. I still have, I keep taking off little pieces because it's so shabby and vintage. And I put my flowers in here because I get the roses from my Goodwill. But look at this stick pin. Isn't it? It's long, but it's stuck in there. Anything else in here hiding? No. But the old fan and the old stick pin and these coming down, I just loved it. And I didn't glue any of these in, I just kind of stuck them in where I wanted to. And then these little ones. Yeah, pretty. I have it hanging upstairs in my window over my curtain. Maybe I should put it down here. And I bought those two dolls because it had the fan and one had a stick pin. And then I have, I love this trim. It's a mauve. I'm not sure whose that was. But she has some very nice kits. And so does Annie at MISC Garden Grove, because I've gotten a lot of her things. And a lot of times I don't make what they're for, I use them with stuff in them for other things. So, thought I'd show you that. Oh, what shall I do with it? Hang it there for now. Looks great. Okay. It's a good thing this is going to be 2 videos, huh? All right. I'll show you the flowers, but I have one more question. Somebody had given me a bunch of stuff they didn't need. We're going to get rid of it. And so these are in there. Now, like I said, I'm not much of a paper person, and I was going to give them to someone else. And then I see these pins in there, and I think, oh, those are nice pins. But what does one do with these arrows? Maya Road for the journey of a lifetime. I mean, what would you use these for? Vintage craft arrow pins. I mean, I guess if you're making a card or something, and they're bent, so you can. So see, my imagination doesn't go there. Probably look nice on a tag. Okay, I think that's it for all the miscellaneous. I'll show you some flowers. Now this is the one I came down last night because I felt kind of yucky and I didn't want to lay in bed, so I brought down all my scraps. Well, no, not even a quarter of my scraps, but I have tiny little scraps in here because Roxanne, you know, the tiny scraps, the square ones that you have, she showed us to take them, you know, about that big, and then you just kind of slip stitch them all together, and then it makes a flower. Well, I didn't feel like finding the needle and thread, but now I see it's here in the pin cushion. So I just stuck them wherever I wanted to, which you can probably tell. And then at the end, I decided to put my doily, and I put it backwards so you could see the nice side on there. So these are all pieces of scraps that I stuck in there. And then up here was one of the little, I think, flowers that she had sent me, but there were only 3 petals. One petal is missing, so I put these little things from the beads in them, and then a fan, and this says love. And I just love these Battenberg doilies. That's on there, and the rest are just pieces. You know, I tried to even it out, put some pink here, and then these, and let me see. These I had gotten the other day in the one haul, and they, I don't know, they kept getting all tangled up in something, so I cut them and I put them in there, and I cut up off that. So that was my flower. Took me, I just sat here and kept putting stuff on it. It's different. And then made this, not last night, but when it gets too quiet around here and somehow it relaxes me to make a flower, I just use a couple little doilies, and then I had some material that was kind of raised, and I cut them out right before I made them. So there was a bigger one and then a smaller one, and I had this from something I cut out too. Then, and these are, oh, there was my hand again. These are from, most of these are, see what it does? Look, it looks like, ugh. These are all from Donna Little. I put 2 of these on. And then, instead of using a whole doily, they're the smaller ones, but I like these. I think it's the first time she had these, or I ever got them from her. I cut them in half, and I just kind of layered it, just made them like that. I think I used 2 different colors, and then the bead. And then I made this today. Don't ask me, I kept passing this yellow piece of lace I had, and I kept thinking, you know, yellow gets a bad rap. Nobody seems to do anything with yellow. And then I had this piece of purple. It is purple. And I thought purple and yellow go nicely together. So that is purple, might look brown. But I made that. And instead of, see, that one just gets weird. This finger here mostly. I don't even know why I put nail polish on. My hands are so ugly. Anyway, I put a doily there, and I just figured out a different way to fold these. It was like a backwards leaf, and I put the other part on here. Put them all around. And then I did the regular folding stuff with this piece of lace. And then I used a different shade of the purple for here. I put a little doily and then a little, what used to be, I guess, a earring. And the little pieces I had left, I stuck in here. And I took my stamp pad. I was looking for a darker color. All I could find was the pink. So I take the stamp pad and I just kind of go over a little bit, because I didn't want it to be white because it would be too stark. So today yellow got its due. And this was from one of those kids' skirts or dresses or whatever I got from Goodwill that time. I think it was Goodwill. There was a bunch of them. So I made this. I don't know why I love this stuff. I'll have to get more. I don't have that much of it. But it's a trim. But I'd like to use it on here, and then I just cut some of it off. But it's a pretty color. I tried to make sure when I folded it that I got some of these in there. And I made this, just a simple. That's that doily that she had. Then a smaller white one, a pink one, a beige one. Then I used one of the big connector ones here. A little white one, a little pink one. And most of these are from Donna Little. Then there's this one. I noticed it was lopsided, so I was trying to build up this other side a little bit. I used a flower I had cut out of a piece of Battenberg stuff I had. And then that yarn I have that's like pink, and I just cut little round things and put them in between here. You really can't even see them. And then some of this, it's like greenish material that had scallops at the end. Yeah. And then, I don't know, I think I cut this off of something. Put it there. I used 3 little pink doilies. Put a little white one and the flower. So you can see some green, some pink. I just folded them like, I folded them actually, however, it would make this come out there. But this seems a little lopsided. This side seems bigger. I need to plump this one up. I think there's one more. It's funny, I'm making these flowers, and last year sometime, we were supposed to do a flower swap, and another YouTuber and I. Well, we still haven't sent them. I've had them made for so long, and I've showed you them, and but I keep adding things to the box because it's going over the water, that I could probably call them vintage. I keep passing them. I go, oh yeah, I saw that before. But I made them such a long time ago. We just haven't done it yet. There's just so many other things to do. Okay, I made this one. I used 2 of these. And then I had this piece of like scrap. Can you see okay? And I cut it and just kind of put it here and there so you could see it. And then, oh, I can't think of who sent me this. It was on a cardboard. There were 2 kinds of laces on it, and this was one of them. And I'm too lazy to get out the needle, so I just did my own, you know, folding. And then I put some of this applique. I cut it. And then I had this little piece of this pink sequin stuff, so I made a little rolled rose, or a big rolled rose stuck in the middle with a pearl. Pearl's probably not the best thing, because you can see the hole in it. And I stuck a couple pieces there. So I just kept going around with this until I used it. So that was it for my flower making stuff. Oh, this is just something I got when I show you the haul. Except I'm not an owl person. So, I mean, I don't dislike owls. And actually I saw one in the back one day sitting on. I never saw an owl. A real one. And I had gotten a bunch of these, and I shared some so far, but I mean a ton of these. So I did have some before. I never thought of what to do with them, but that was when I kind of first started. Now I guess you could just cover them, or if anybody has any ideas, use them for feet. And then there were a lot of these hearts, pink and red. I threw them in here. So I don't know if somebody wants the owl. It's just sending it such a pain in the neck, right? I think that's it. If you wait 1 second, I'll show you my other air plants. Oh, I could just take you right outside with me, right? Oh, no, I'll bring them in. I can get through this mess. You can see this hallway, all this stuff. Okay. I'll show you, put it out here. This, I also got this, what my friend gave me the other day. See, her mother-in-law likes all this stuff. She doesn't. She's very modern. Just like my daughter, she likes black and white and stuff. See, I put some of these in here, and these are air plants. You just stick them in there. This is a different kind. Whoa. But it looks like it'll get a shoot. And I put some of these colored things I got from the jewelry, from the beads. This is a different one too. I put in my little copper saucer I had, see? And I had some of those little stones, so I just stuck them in there from the jewelry stuff. Every once in a while, you're supposed to just take them and throw them in a bowl or something and soak them. This is a piece of my thing from Hawaii. And some butterflies that Diana had given me. I think Diana had given me in that, her last haul. And then I took one of the snail things that we have a million down here. And this is another one. And I just stuck it in here. And then this one. This is a different one. Look at the shoot on it. See it? That'll flower. And that's all from just air. See? I don't have it in any dirt. I just decorated it with some of that, those stones. And then this is what she had given me. Whoops. Like I really needed, but I can't say no, you know? So, I put these out there on my table. This is really cute, isn't it? To see if that was a good place. Right here, I had another one before, and it grew really well because you can, like, I can close those blinds part way and it doesn't get full sun. But I was trying to think of some different ways to do this. And then the other three are on a wire up there. I just twisted the wire, stuck them in. So, I bet you're so excited, right? And I got 3 of these. I'll just show you because they're sitting right here. So you had 3 of these to give me, so I think I can store some stuff in here. 3 of those. Well, it's still 45 minutes, 48 minutes, and but at least I'll clear out all this stuff, and next one I'll do is the haul. I'm not sure if it's going to be right now or not, but I probably should just keep going because there's a lot of stuff. There's all this, plus there's 2 bags in the kitchen. I mean, there's a lot of it's big things, you know, like materials, you know, she used. And these must have really been popular because this is my 3rd one. I had one I used. I gave one to Diana Baucus because she wanted it for her table. It's mauve. And then this is the 3rd one. I love this color though. It's pretty. So I will say goodbye. I'll finish eating my crummy grilled cheese sandwich. We have there's some kind of it's called toasted cheese. There's a restaurant little thing I used to go with the kids. Now their grilled cheese is really good. And I don't even like macaroni and cheese. And their macaroni and cheese is really good. But I wouldn't ever go out of my way for macaroni and cheese. But it's kind of okay to fill in if you're starting to feel like you're gonna die if you don't eat something. So, okay. Bye. Talk to y'all later. Have a good rest of the day. And I just might see you. You never know. Bye.